That feeling when your phone rings and your whole body just tenses up. Your heart does that weird little flip. And it's not that you don't like the person calling, but your brain is screaming, do not answer that. If that's you, you're about to feel very seen. That feeling isn't just a quirk. It's a real flavor of anxiety for millions of people. And today, we're going to break down why. This isn't about being rude. It's about how your brain is wired. In fact, studies show that a huge number of us feel this way. One found that 81% of millennials get a wave of anxiety before even making a call. So, what's really going on? Here's the thing. For a lot of people, an unexpected phone call feels like an ambush. A text or an email is a polite knock on your door. You can check who it is, get ready, and open it when you're prepared. A phone call is someone barging into your living room, demanding your full, undivided attention right now. It shatters your focus and forces you to completely switch gears without any warning. Psychologists might call this a need to avoid uncertainty. It's not that you don't want to talk, it's that you don't want to be caught completely off guard. The second reason is the fear of performing. A phone call is a live show with no script, and for a lot of us, that's just terrifying. This is tied directly to social anxiety, which is really just a deep fear of being judged. On a call, you might worry about tripping over your words, or that a moment of silence feels like you're failing the conversation. Every pause feels like it's loaded with meaning, and you can't edit yourself. With a text, you can write a draft, delete it, and rephrase it until it's perfect. Once you've said something on a call, it's out there. This isn't just with strangers either. Sometimes the stakes feel even higher with people you love because you're worried about how you're coming across. Here's something else. Phone calls strip away a huge piece of how we communicate. When you talk to someone in person, you see their body language, their facial expressions. A phone call deletes all of that, and you're left with just their tone of voice. This lack of visual information means your brain has to work overtime to figure out what the other person is really feeling. That quiet space is where our anxiety loves to create stories. Is that a pause because they're thinking? Or are they annoyed? Is their flat tone because they're bored? Or is that just how they talk? Without the visual cues to reassure you, it's easy to assume the worst. Your own voice also gives you away. If you're tired or nervous, it's right there for them to hear, leaving you feeling totally exposed. Finally, and this is a big one, phone calls are just exhausting for your brain. You have to listen, process their tone, think of what to say, and actually speak, all at the same time. Psychologists call this a high cognitive load. It's like running 4 different apps at once. It just drains your mental battery. If you're an introvert or someone who likes to think things through, the small talk and back and forth of a phone call can feel incredibly draining. It isn't a flaw. It's the sign of a brain that prefers to process things deeply instead of just skimming the surface. So if you get that jolt of dread when your phone rings, you're not broken. You're not antisocial. It often means the opposite. It can be a sign that you're a thoughtful person who values your mental energy. You prefer to give people a focused, prepared version of yourself, not a flustered, interrupted one. Your hatred of phone calls isn't a weakness. It's just a reflection of a personality wired for depth over noise and peace over performance. What do you think? Do you hate phone calls because they interrupt you? Or is it the fear of awkward silences? Tell me in the comments below. And if you think you're this type, hit subscribe, because the psychology that most people never hear about themselves is what we talk about here. The next video is going to hit even harder.